Part 2. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 11. What happened to you guys? Tangs blinked, not understanding what happened. But the students didn't speak. They just practiced the clone technique perfunctorily, and sighed from time to time. It seemed that they were not active at all. After all, when they learned that no matter how hard they practiced the clone technique, they could not surpass a little psychopath, they gave up their efforts. As the saying goes, nothing is difficult in the world, as long as you are willing to give up. But generally speaking, all students are practicing the art of cloning, even if they are reluctant. Except for Hinata. In the end, Tangs couldn't stand his students' fishing behavior. He said, "Hyagako, why don't you practice the clone technique?" "Practice the clone technique?" Hinata said doubtfully. "Does this leader still practice the art of clones?" Hinata Hikaru had a small face and said it as a matter of course, as if she didn't need to practice at all. This sentence made Dozawa's expression change slightly. He looked directly at Hinata Hikaru, as if he could see through everything. "If you don't practice the art of cloning, what do you want to practice?" Humph. Hinata Hikaru hummed very proudly and turned his head away from Tangs. Tangs frowned and couldn't help but shake his head. "Hikaru Hinata, I know your personality is very different from ordinary people, but no matter how special you are, you still have to integrate into the group and seek common ground while reserving differences. Everyone is practicing the clone technique, but you are not practicing it. Do you think this is right?" Tang's words were sincere. But when he saw R.I. Xiongguang's face turned cold, he turned his head and said, "You came here specifically to find trouble with my leader." "What?" Tang Zi wondered where this was going. Quack. Hinata Hikaru suddenly smiled, as if the leader had seen through you. "What, Hinata Hikari, did I say something wrong, teacher?" Dozawa began to look unhappy. Tangs, you think too highly of yourself and think too little of this leader. You have no idea what kind of existence you are talking to." Hinata's momentum changed and she became nervous. This is the true face of Hinata Hikaru, or in other words, Hinata Hikari is on top. "My leader has been giving in to you before because you are a glorious Konoha teacher, but I didn't expect that you have been aggressive. Do you know that in my eyes, you are no different from a salted fish." Tang Zi almost spit out blood from his mouthful. At this time, a student said, "Teacher Dozawa, ignore her, Hinata Hikari is sick again." Minato Namikaze, who was sitting in the seat behind Hinata Hikaru, laughed twice and signaled Dozawa to take a rest. But this look hurt Tang Zi deeply. "I won't." Tang Zi followed suit. As a responsible ninja school teacher, even if his students are not mentally healthy, he must discipline Hinata Hikari. But before Dozawa could speak, Hinata Hikaru spoke again. "Humph." She flicked her sleeves and looked proud. "Let's not talk about whether my leader does not practice the clone technique. I have been doing this all my life. Why do I need to explain it to you?" Okay. Crazy Dozawa stretched out his palm and slapped the table in front of Hinata Hikaru. "Stop getting nervous and practice the cloning technique quickly. If you had already mastered it, you could just show me the eye and show it." "Oh." Hinata returned to normal immediately. Poof! Tangs almost fainted. Following Hinata's response, the classroom suddenly became extremely quiet for a moment. Everyone's eyes turned to Hinata Hikaru, and everyone had different expressions. A month ago, Hinata was able to create 30 clones. What about now? 40, or 50? Separate. Hyaga Hikaru began to form seals. Skill. Bang 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 bang. I saw white smoke rising, and the sound of bang 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 was like setting off firecrackers. Tang Zi's expression first changed from daze to satisfaction, from satisfaction to relief, and then from relief to surprise. In the end, I was so horrified that I couldn't help myself. Hinata Hikaru split into 10-8 clones. Tang Ziyi's jaw suddenly dropped to the ground, and Tang Ziyi was stunned. Nani? Not only Dozawa, but also other students, everyone's current expression can be used as an emoticon pack-I. Probably since the founding of the ninja school, no class has ever demonstrated this kind of collective beauty. Everyone is a beauty master. Hey he. I'll go, this daylight, this. Everyone who came back to their senses looked at the scene with disbelief. The corridors in the classroom are filled with 10 or 8 Hyuga lights, and there are even clones of Hyuga lights hanging upside down on the roof, on the podium, and on the window sill. It's like opening a Hyuga light exhibition. How can this Hinata be so powerful? Why, exactly why? The expressions on everyone's faces completely turned into a dull expression of doubt about life. Even the top students all had stunned expressions. Whether it is Hinata Xiao, a child of the Senju clan, or a child of the Uchiha clan, Hinata's clone technique subverted their common sense. Generally speaking, being able to separate 2 or 30 is the limit. There is absolutely no one like Hinata Hikari who can separate 10 and. I didn't expect that Hinata Hikari actually has such a talent. Hinata Xiao opened her eyes that had been closed, and veins began to spread all over her eyes. The Hyuga clan's bloodline limit, the white eyes, opened silently. In Byakugan's vision, the meridians of Hinata's body were clearly visible. He wanted to see what was so special about Hinata's light. As expected of Hinata Hikaru-san, Namikaze Shuman was smiling. This was also the purpose of letting Tangs take a rest just now. Because Hinata's ability is definitely beyond what others can understand. Hey! Hinata Hikaru sighed and shook his head. I want to keep a low profile, but you don't allow me to do so today. I'll just let you scum watch and drink as much as you can. With Hinata's low drink, the air in the classroom suddenly became blurry. It was like a whirlwind of airflow was set off. What happened? Everyone who came back to their senses looked at each other in confusion, looking at the scene with confusion. Want I? Namikaze Minato's eyes were intense and the corners of his mouth were raised. Snapped. Hinata put his hands together and formed a seal. There is even more power that cannot be expressed on that cute little face. An inexplicable momentum arose spontaneously. At this moment, Hinata's posture was completely different from before. The 8 clones suddenly turned into shadows, rushing towards the clone closest to Hinata Hikari. Suddenly, the wind suddenly changed. Under the astonished and inexplicable gazes of Tang Ziyi and everyone else, the 10 or 8 clones began to merge, like hundreds of rivers merging into the sea, and finally, boom! All 10 and 8 clones were fused, and with a roar like rising flames, red chakra instantly infiltrated the clones behind the body. The final fused red clone is like a dream, constantly switching between illusion and reality. Except for the blurry face and red body, it looks no different from Hinata. After finishing all this, Hinata slowly put down his little hand. The physical clone formed by the fusion of 10 8E level clones, the leader named it Crimson Clone. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 12. For a moment, almost everyone's jaws dropped to the ground, and their eyes were all filled with shock. And as Hinata Hikari's Crimson Clone gently picked up an item, everyone's surprise reached its extreme. This. It's actually a physical clone. Doesn't the clone that can pick up things mean that the clone created by Hinata Hikaru has an entity? According to historical records, the art of having a physical shadow clone was invented by the second-generation Hokage Senju Tobirama. And at such a young age, Hinata Hikaru can do something similar? In the classroom, the expressions on everyone's faces were extremely exciting. They never expected that such a scene would happen today. A being who is called the shame of the Hyuga clan and a mentally ill person, can actually master the E-level clone technique to the extreme, and can he also magically change it on his own? Is this a joke? Hikari. Ri Xiangxiao from the Zone family was in the corner of the classroom. He whispered the name in a low voice, feeling a little dazed. As a member of the same race as Hinata Hikari, Hinata Xiao knows more things and rumors about Hinata Hikari. Among them, there is the spiritual problem of Hinata Hikari. Among them, there are many stories of other tribesmen saying that Hinata Hikaru Wangwang believed that he was a ninja dog of the Inyazuka clan. And as she spent the past month at the same school, Ri Xiangxiao discovered that the rumors seemed unreliable. Not only is it unreliable, it is also very wrong. Although Hinata Hikaru does have some mental problems, her abilities are too exaggerated. Qinju Fengxiang opened his mouth and looked at Hinata Hikaru with a blank expression. He thought he was not much different from Hikari Hinata, but now he realized that the difference between the two was not just one level, but one dimension. Namikaze Minato's eyes flashed, and with a smile on his lips, he looked at Hinata in front of him. She was still standing and sitting there, with her trademark innocent expression on her cute little face. And she tried hard to look calm, but in fact her proud eyes showed her inner pride. It seemed that to her, there was nothing to be excited or shocked about. It was like this, she should have stood in front of everyone, leaving her back for others to chase. Namikaze Minato is a genius, but even a genius like him cannot create 108 clones. However, when he saw Hinata, who was far away from everyone, there was not much disappointment in his sky blue eyes. Not as stunned as Ri Xiangxiao. Just a faint smile. Both Jireya's teacher and his master Sarutobi Hiruzen said he was a genius. However, Namikaze Minato knew that Hikaru Hinata was not inferior to him in terms of talent as a ninja. Yes, it's talent, not blood. Even if Hyuga is not Hyuga but Uchiha, Senju or another ethnic group, Hinata can still stand at the top. The blockbuster Hikaru Hinata's ninja story begins today. Okay, Hinata Hikari-san, you can do it? Dozawa said this to Hinata Hikaru in a dull tone that he didn't even notice. He looked at the student with a different kind of surprise. There is no doubt that Hinata Hikaru is the only one who has practiced the E-level clone technique to this extent since the school was founded. Being able to have a physical clone proves that this ninjutsu is at least D-level. No, it is possible that it is C-level. For example, the sea-level water escape and water body clone technique is also a physical clone. The characteristic of these clones is that you can tell they are clones at a glance. When it becomes exactly the same as the original body and it is difficult to tell the truth from the false, the ninjutsu will become B-level, like the shadow clone technique. Hinata nodded slightly, and in the next moment, the crimson clone merged into her body like a burst of smoke. This strange change caused another wave of exclamations. When the students below silently started practicing the clone technique again, Dozawa was already considering whether to give Hinata Hikari a small session alone or speed up everyone's lessons. No matter how abnormal Hinata Hikari's mind is, it is an undeniable fact that she has the talent to be a ninja. But it will take some more time to make a decision. Because historically, it is not uncommon for ninjas to be particularly good at one or several ninjutsu. But generally speaking, these ninjas are very poor in other ninjutsu. He wanted to see if Hinata Hikari was the same. Finally, Doze took a deep breath and continued the lesson. He believes that within a few days, there will be an answer. The fact that Hinata created 108 clones and then created a new ninjutsu quickly reached the ears of some people. Because the fastest spreading thing in this world is gossip. Although Konoha Hidden Village is large, it can't bear the rapid spread of information. It spreads from 1 to 10 and to 100. Soon, many people know about it. People who have heard of Hyuga Hikari before are quite curious about this. The rumored little mental illness that brought shame to the Hyuga clan actually became a sensation in class. But this matter was just a matter of conversation after dinner. Because there is no shortage of wonderful ideas and geniuses in this world. In the original work, Naruto Uzumaki split into hundreds of shadow clones, which could only slightly surprise his opponents. As you can see from here, there is nothing new under the sun. And Hinata Hikaru, who became a hot topic for a while, is still practicing various skills tirelessly. The technique of throwing all the shuriken out. In the large mansion of the Hyuga clan, Hikari suddenly threw out a shuriken with both hands. Then, these shurikens were scattered on the ground crookedly. Judging from the power and scale, this is a ninjutsu that is useless, or it cannot be regarded as a ninjutsu at all. But Hinata Hikaru was very satisfied with the scene he had caused. This leader has also mastered this E-level ninjutsu. Hinata nodded, very happy. The technique of throwing all the shurikens outward is an E-level ninjutsu, invented by Toad Sage Jiraiya, who will be known as one of the 3 ninjas in the future. In his previous life, Hikari was Jiraiya's true disciple. Jiraiya taught Hikaru his special skill of throwing all the shurikens out. Hinata Hikari also became the only disciple among all the disciples taught by Jiraiya to learn this ninjutsu. More than a month has passed since enrollment. During this period, Hyuga Hikaru consolidated and practiced all E-level moves. Needless to say, the basic 3 body techniques of ninja are the transformation technique, the substitute technique, and the clone technique. Hiding techniques and escape techniques are also on the list. The so-called hiding technique is the camouflage tactic used in the original work where Konoha took a piece of cloth, leaned against the wall, and disguised himself as one with the environment. It seems funny, but in fact, many of the ninjas' reconnaissance and stealth missions require the use of disguise. Escape technique: in the original book, Sasuke was tied with a rope by Uzumaki Naruto and escaped through ninjutsu. This ninjutsu was used. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 13. Another very important E-level taijutsu, the Millennium Kill invented by the great second-generation Hokage Senju Tobirama, Hinata Hikaru also practiced it to great perfection. And due to some historical reasons and Senju Tojian's personal reasons. Although this move is only E-level, it comes with special effects that increase damage to noble clans such as Uchiha. To a certain extent, its power is no less than S-class. I have mastered all E-level ninjutsu and taijutsu. With this, it seems that my leader can put the training of D-level ninjutsu and taijutsu on the agenda. Hinata pondered. The early morning sunlight shines into the small residence through the door. Hinata stands in front of the floor-to-ceiling mirror, and the figure of a cute girl is reflected in it. Long black hair, fluttering in white clothes, and particularly smart eyes. The only weird thing is the strange mark carved on his forehead, the mark of the caged bird. This mark illustrates Hinata's identity. A branch of the Hyuga clan. It is said that the ancestor of the Hyuga clan is Kaguya, and the inheritance has been going on for thousands of years. However, due to the long history, both Kaguya and the Sage of Six Paths are legendary mythical figures. This statement of the Hyuga clan is also considered by others to be a pat on the back. After all, many ethnic groups like to claim gods as their ancestors. The bloodline limit of the Hyuga clan is Byakugan. Together with the Sharingan and the Rinnegan, they are called the 3 major pupil techniques. The Rinnegan has disappeared for a long time, the Sharingan is owned by the Uchiha clan, and the one who inherited the Byakugan is naturally the Hyuga clan. For thousands of years, in order to protect the Byakugan, the Hyuga clan has divided into 2 concepts, the main family and the branch family. Every branch family member does not have the seal of the caged bird in the mother's womb. Instead, After birth, he is designated to become a branch family or clan family according to the circumstances at that time. Those who become a clan have the responsibility and power to rule the branch clan. Those who become branch families will be engraved with the caged bird seal, which is the mark on Hinata Hikaru's forehead. To put it simply, this mark is like the tight curse on the head of Sun Dashin in Journey to the West. But not everyone has an indestructible body like Sun Dashin. Once the seal of the caged bird is activated by a clan member, the branch family member who possesses the cursed seal will be in agony. In severe cases, the brain will be burnt and the person will die on the spot. That is, the separated family has no freedom and always lives under the shadow of death threats from the clan family. However, the seal of the caged bird is not unsolvable. Hinata touched the mark on his forehead. In the original work, Namikaze Minato left the mark of the S-level Flying Thunder God Jutsu on Uchiha Obito. Theoretically, this mark cannot be removed. But there are too many moves in Naruto that are said to be invincible: kill everything instantly, burn everything, and break everything. In fact, all the vaunted invincibility skills eventually have their flaws. Just like Uchiha Shisui's invincible Batami, he was finally cracked by a second-hand Byakugan of Kirigakuru's Byakugan Ao. In the end, Uchiha Obito became the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki and conveniently erased the S-class Flying Thunder God mark. As long as the strength is strong enough, the curse seal is nothing. What's more, the level of the caged bird seal is only A, and there has never been a shadow-level strongman in the branch family. The highest is only an elite Jounin, which is achieved through the blood inheritance limit of Byakugan and Rukin and the bonus of Taijutsu. In my previous life, my leader was able to gradually eliminate this curse mark by continuously increasing his strength, and he can do the same in this life. Hinata murmured. A surge of pride arose spontaneously. Of course, family separation and the seal of the caged bird limit not only status, but also strength and growth. Because of the seal of the caged bird, the white eyes of separated families usually have defects. The original 360-degree visual range of the white eyes has become 359 degrees after the interference of the curse seal. This degree often becomes a fatal flaw. In the original work, Kidomaru saw through Hyagoniji's Byakugan flaw. In other words, as long as you have a good brain, you can basically discover the weakness of the separated family members through stalemate. But daylight is different. Snapped. As Hinata formed the seal, some changes took place on that cute little face. Veins gradually appeared in the originally white and smooth eye sockets, and in the center of the white eyes without pupils, dots similar to pupils appeared. The entire room, and even the area that looks through, has an unobstructed view of all the surrounding areas of the house. For the branch family, that 1-degree blind spot does not exist at all in Hinata Hikari. Perhaps, this is why the Immortal of Six Paths closed one door for a person, but opened another door for him. Hikaru Hinata is not mentally healthy, but her Byakugan is above all the branch families. And after turning on the Byakugan, not only does it not damage Hinata Hikaru's cuteness, but it actually adds a sense of power to her. On the other hand, it's not just the eye-rolling perspective that separates families. There is also the inheritance of the Hyuga clan. The Zone family has many unique skills, such as Bagua Air Palm, Soft Fist, One Body Blow, 8-Gate Collapsing Strike, Bagua 64 Palms and other secret skills passed down orally from generation to generation. Return to heaven. The family members were very poor, and they were only taught the 8 diagrams and 8 palms. That's right. From the 64 palms of the Bagua, the first 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, and 3 postures are divided and taught to the family members. Unlike the Zone family, who is full of cheats, the poor branch family only knows these 3 tricks. This also ensures the absolute dominance of the Zone family. Generally speaking, such a branch family would never be able to defeat the Zone family. In the history of the Hyuga clan, which dates back at least 100 years, there has never been a split family member who broke the shackles of the split family. So, we have to wait more than 10 years before a being named Hyaganiji is born? Do not. Just Hikari. Quack. Hinata put down her little hand that formed the seal, and the veins around her eyes gradually disappeared. Our religion mainly keeps a low profile. Those exquisite, clear white eyes were full of cunning. A branch family member who breaks through the 8 diagrams palms and realizes a higher realm on his own will only be hated and persecuted by the clan family. Hinata Hikaru is not stupid. Since those scumbags think that the branch family should only be able to know the 8 diagrams and 8 palms, then I, the leader, should let them think that way first. What's more, I, the leader, don't only rely on Ro Fist. In his previous life, Hyaga Hikaru learned all E-level, D-level, C-level, and even B-level physical skills. In this life, he just practiced them all over again. The E-level physical skills have been practiced, so let's start with the D-level ones. To say that the most famous among D-level taijutsu is of course Konoha Tornado. The Konoha whirlwind focuses on the word Konoha. Many taijutsu in Konoha Hidden Village will be preceded by a name starting with Konoha. Most of them were invented by the second generation Hokage Senju Tobirama, or were mixed and improved. This is also the reason why the full name of the 1000-year kill is the secret of Konohagakure Taijutsu, 1000-year kill. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 14. Of course, in addition to Senju Tobirama's personal invention, there are also many people who can endure strangers and invent taijutsu on their own, who also bear the title of Konoha-ryu. For example, the current Mat Dai, and the unborn Mat Kai. This fully expresses their love for the village. Sunlight chooses. D-level taijutsu, Konoha Whirlwind. It is the foundation of all physical arts and its universal use can be described as extremely famous. Unlike other secret family taijutsu, Konoha Whirlwind has a very high reputation in Konoha. Walking on the streets of Konoha, even if you find a Konoha ninja at random, he will say, "Oh, it's that taijutsu." As for the inventor, don't ask, just ask the second generation Nikage Senju Tobirama. But if you think this is a bad move and is useless, you are totally wrong. This move requires very high physical strength, coordination, and agility. It is difficult for students at the ninja level to fully master this taijutsu. The Konoha Whirlwind is a high-speed kick consisting of 2 stages. The high kick with the right foot is just a feint. Regardless of whether he dodges or not, he will hit the target. Because, there is a more powerful lower kick waiting. It can be said that a high kick is just a blow that interrupts the opponent's rhythm, attracts the opponent's attention, and forces the opponent to move. The second attack is the main attack. This is also the reason why Konoha Tornado is listed as a D-level taijutsu. Only when all physical qualities reach the genin level can the true power of this move be unleashed. Otherwise, it can only be a show, or like Sasuke Uchiha in the original work who forcibly copies Xiao Li's movements, which will cause a lot of burden on the body. Hinata Hikaru's current physical fitness is comparable to that of a genin. All of this is due to fluctuations in killing intent. Because special chakra will have a special impact on the body, after all, this is a world dominated by chakra. The fluctuations of killing intent created by Hyaga light on its own can change the intensity of the body slowly or quickly as time goes by. To put it in a simple sentence, you can become stronger as long as you train and fight. Like Supa wearing gold in your teeth. Hinata Hikari thought of a certain alien monkey race. After determining this training goal, Hinata opened the door, walked into the courtyard, and started training. Today is the weekend, no school. In this situation, most people of the same age are playing, but Hinata Hikari is different. She knew that in less than 2 years, the Second Ninja War would begin. More than 20 years of peaceful days have passed since the First Ninja World War. Armed factions from various countries have raised their heads one after another. I am afraid that the ninja world has begun to become unpeaceful now. Various spies, and ninjas were running around and began to actively obtain intelligence between countries. In order to cope with the coming war, Hinata Hikaru must make herself stronger and surpass all her peers. In the small courtyard, there are several targets placed near the wall. Human target. This is used for training soft boxing. And a half-body target. This is used to train ninja throwing tools. There is also a free large wooden stake. This big wooden stake was given to Hinata Hikaru by the owner of the weapons store when he went to the ninja shop to buy the first two targets because he saw how cute she was. Because many taijutsu ninjas will use their strength against a large wooden stake. This also caused Hinata to have a headache after spending more than half of the money she won from Senju Fengxiang. It seems that I should find someone who is heartless to spend some money someday. Walking in front of this big wooden stake, Hinata looked up at this simple training ninja tool that was taller than himself, and couldn't help but blinked. Now she is very tall, very short, very short. But it doesn't matter, in a few years, she will grow taller. Crack. Hinata Hikaru opened his stance, recalled the movements of Konoha tornado, and rehearsed them several times in his mind. Double kick. First, there is a high-speed spinning kick with the left foot, which makes the enemy mistakenly think that this is just a move. Then, using centrifugal force, he uses his right foot to kick the real killer move. Of course, if the user is very powerful, the first blow can instantly kill the enemy, and the second blow will not be needed at all. Hinata took a deep breath and jumped up suddenly. Use the spinning force to kick out your left foot. Boom. With a dull sound, Hinata hit the wooden stake, and then... Ouch ouch. Hinata Hikaru hugged her legs and jumped up and down in the yard. She forgot to control her strength. Because this body is very weak now, it needs to be exercised slowly to adapt. Time flies, and in the blink of an eye, another month has passed. In the early morning, a faint white mist surrounds the small courtyard. At this moment, the sun has not yet risen. In this space, the breeze blew by, suddenly bringing a dull sound of bang bang. In the courtyard of the residence, Hinata kicked the wooden pile one after another. Compared to a month ago, the dull sound made by the contact between the wooden stake and the body was a bit louder this time. In the corridor of the courtyard, the maid of the same branch, Hinata Chiu, was sitting there leisurely, looking at Hinata Hikari, who gritted her teeth and insisted on practicing her physical skills. Hinata Hikaru was wearing a thin piece of clothing and leggings on her legs, gritting her teeth and persisting. The originally smooth wooden pile was covered with many dents. Those are the results of Hinata Hikari's practice over the past month. You know, the hardness of wood varies from wood to wood. Most of the wooden piles used for training are specially selected and used to make support columns and other key parts of the building. The fact that Hinata was able to leave so many marks on it was enough to show how hard she worked. Made Hinata Chiu blinked. Since a month ago, Hinata Hikaru's courtyard has been making dull sounds that are different from row fist. Many tribesmen were curious and came to investigate. When they discovered that Hinata Hikaru was practicing Konoha tornado, a bad D-level ninjutsu, they sneered disdainfully. I think this is another strange idea of Hinata Hikari, a little psychopath. I am the best in the ninja world of Daijo Fist Taijutsu. After the people from the branch family shouted loudly, they left from here. In their opinion, only Rokuan is the most powerful physical technique, and other physical techniques are rubbish and not worthy of being compared with Rokuan. Hinata's practice of this taijutsu is a waste of time and energy. In the ninja world, taijutsu is divided into soft fist and hard fist. Needless to say, the soft fist is represented by the Hyuga clan. The rigid fist can be used to generally refer to more than 90% of the taijutsu of the Hyuga clan except for the soft fist. In the eyes of the Hyuga clan, a set of soft fists that smashes the enemy's meridians and internal organs is not much more effective than a hard fist that breaks bones and tendons. Faced with the problem of physical skills, they can find a lot of reasons to prove how invincible Roquan is. But Hinata Hikari just wanted to laugh after hearing this. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 15. In the world of ninja, there are endless strange techniques and blood inheritance limits. As far as Hinata Hikaru knows, there are several kinds of restrained soft fists. For example, the Kagaya clan of Kirigakura is said to have the same origin as the Hyuga clan thousands of years ago. They are good at using bones to fight. When the ninjas of the Kagaya clan are covered with a layer of bones under their skin, the soft fist will be useless, and the ninjas of the Kagaya clan are covered with spikes and can use various dances, but can defeat the Hyuga clan. Another example is the Earth Spider clan, a small ethnic group living in the country of fields. Although the group is small, their unique gold-sticking secret technique can secrete an armor-like existence to cover the body. The sticky gold armor that can isolate chakra will not cause any problem even if the 64 palms of soft fist and bagua are used. Even if we don't talk about the limits of blood inheritance, let's just talk about the warriors of the Iron Kingdom. A samurai wearing heavy armor can even be immune to the Uchiha clan's kaleidoscope technique Amaterasu for a short period of time, let alone a mere soft fist. When encountering these enemies, the so-called pride of soft fist will be beaten to pieces. It even makes people wonder whether the soft boxing they have practiced for so many years is really valuable in life. The Hyuga clan's soft fist can be simply described as a spear. When the enemy is wearing armor and various defenses, the spear will be useless. What Hinata Hikaru has to do is to hone his attacks to the point where he can break down the defense. He can defeat the enemy with just the barrel of the gun without even needing the tip. Soft fist is a technique, and victory is achieved through skills, but Hinata Hikari prefers to defeat 10 with one force. For a ninja of the Hyuga clan to be able to pierce the bark of a tree with his fingers, it was already an exaggeration. However, Hikari Hinata had a way to train his fingers to the point where they could penetrate steel armor. Just imagine, with one finger like this, you can make a bloody hole in a person's body. What a powerful scene it is. Of course, rice must be eaten one bite at a time, and ninjas must make progress bit by bit. Hinata Hikaru understands this very well. When the sun was high in the sky, it was already noon. Hinata Chiu, who had left and returned here again. She saw. Hinata Hikari is still practicing. The killing intent waves the Konoha whirlwind. Hinata kicked her legs suddenly, and the air was suddenly dyed red. After being strengthened by the wave of killing intent, the D-level physical skills of this move have been strengthened. Boom! A muffled sound that shook the entire courtyard echoed in the space, and both its power and speed became much stronger. Then came the second kick with his right foot. Boom! The air tore, and there was another loud noise, and this loud noise was louder than the previous one. The red wave of killing intent left a trace in the air, or in other words, this kind of vision remained in the human retina. Hinata Hikaru felt that her legs and feet suddenly went numb, and bursts of burning pain went straight into her heart. Under this combination of pain and fatigue, Hinata was panting. However, after this situation, chakra surged in the body. When a ninja is active, chakra is more energetic than usual, flowing through the meridians and traveling throughout the body. A trace of killing intent waves temper the body, making it tougher and stronger. Hinata Hikaru knew that as long as she continued to use the wave of killing intent, her physical fitness would continue to rise and the wave of killing intent would be strengthened. Although the process is slow, this reward mechanism of reward for hard work makes people extremely motivating. Compared to a month ago, Hinata's physical fitness has improved significantly. If she could only defeat 1.5 Senju Fengxiang before, now it would be no problem to defeat 3. Hinata Chiu covered her lips in surprise. Seeing this scene, his face was full of disbelief. What surprised her was not Hinata's persistence, although children who worked as hard as Hinata were indeed rare. Hinata was surprised. Hinata's move just now caused a burst of red. What is that? Quack, is it time to eat again? Hinata Hikaru stopped moving and looked back at Hinata. I saw. The pretty maid of Hinata's house stood there with confusion written on her face, but she still told Hinata that it was indeed time to eat. In this world, it is very rude to inquire about other people's secrets, especially spells or secret techniques or even blood inheritance limits. Therefore, Hinata did not ask questions. Akio, were you surprised just now, or were you confused? Although Hinata did not ask questions, Hinata Hikaru took the initiative to introduce his murderous intention wave like a child showing off his toys. From Hinata Hikaru's mouth, Hinata learned that it was a blood inheritance limit she invented herself. It was powerful and could progress with practice. The essence of the fluctuation of killing intent is to integrate killing intent into chakra to form special chakra. Just like other ninjas changing the nature of chakra into fire, wind, thunder, and so on. The reason for the fluctuating murderous intention was that one summer in the previous life, Hinata was bitten by mosquitoes. Since in Naruto's world, both animals and plants contain a certain amount of chakra, Hinata, who had just arrived in Naruto's world, regarded these mosquitoes as monsters and the like. After all, as soon as Byakugan opened his eyes, the sky was filled with glowing dots of chakra flying around. What is this if it's not a monster? As a result, Hyuga Hikaru fought with these mosquitoes, and by coincidence, the wave of murderous intent occurred. Of course, Hinata Hikaru later learned that mosquitoes also have chakra. For example, the ninjas of the Abarame clan control insects to fight. Of course, I don't know if anyone is controlling the mosquitoes. Hinata tilted his head, his expression a little dull. If what Hinata Hikaru said before was reasonable, then when she talked about it later, when she fought with the mosquito, she awakened the murderous intention. Hinata felt that it was not very reliable. Because she had never heard of mosquitoes driving people so crazy. Akio, don't you believe it? Hinata's face suddenly hardened and became serious. You have to understand that even the bald-cloaked man Saitama-sensei is no match for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the lifelong enemies of masters. No, Hinata Akira has no idea who the bald-caped man is. However, she finally understood one thing. That is, this child Xiaoguang has awakened the blood inheritance limit that no one in the Hyuga clan has ever awakened before. The habitual thinking and the deep-rooted blood theory made Hinata think that the fluctuation of murderous intention was not invented by Hinata, but was caused by the shadow of his ancestors, allowing Hinata to obtain this special blood inheritance. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 16. Time flies, in the blink of an eye, another month has passed, and it has come to the third month of Hinata's enrollment. Location: Ninja School. Most of the ninjas in Konoha came out of ninja schools. The reason why I say most rather than all is because some people obtain the qualification of ninja without enrolling in school. For example, a branch of Umbu, the gen under Danzo Shimura. The total population of Konoha exceeds 10, and among them, only a small number of people are qualified to attend ninja school every year. It can be said that they are only 1 in 1,000. Therefore, everyone in Konoha can be proud to study in a ninja school. However, not everyone comes to school with the goal of becoming an excellent ninja. In the classroom of class 102, Hinata Hikari was sleeping on the table, and she slept very soundly. At first glance, people felt that she was fishing. This situation has been going on for a long time. On the podium, teacher Michiko obviously noticed this scene, and a trace of anger could not help but appear on her gentle face. In addition to the class teacher teaching at ninja school, Teachers from other classes will also teach different courses. Teacher Michiko, female, 20 years old, Konoha Chuyunin. He is the class teacher of class 101 next door, and is responsible for teaching class 102, to which Hikaru Hinata belongs, some special ninja skills. Like painting. It's hard to imagine that a ninja would be doing sketching or something like that. But in fact, this is an essential skill for ninjas. Because when ninjas perform tasks, they need to map the terrain and even draw the portrait of the mission target in order to transmit intelligence. Mastering basic drawing skills is a must. The students' eyes followed the beautiful Michiko's figure. When they discovered that the ninja teacher was walking towards Hinata Hikari, expressions of gloating could not help but appear on the puzzled little faces. Daylight. I'm going to be punished by teacher Michiko. I have to say, this is very satisfying. There is no way, Hinata Hikaru is too strong. The leader of the church, who speaks and keeps his mouth shut, always holds his head high when facing others, and looks proud every day. In addition, he was very powerful, at least stronger than Senju Haoxiang, which made many students who were unhappy with Hinata Hikaru feel helpless and furious. And today, a teacher finally wanted to punish Hinata Hikari for sleeping and fishing in class. This little psycho actually slept in Miss Michiko's class. Everyone looked sarcastic, as if they had finally caught the opportunity to ridicule Xiang Guang. In other words, an opportunity to add insult to injury. This was not the first time that Hinata fell asleep in class. Faced with this situation, the head teacher Tangs naturally couldn't stand it. However, Hinata Hikaru asked back, "Ga, Dozawa, is there anything else you can teach me now?" Hinata Hikaru has learned all the courses in the ninja school period and has exceeded the expectations. This sentence completely stunned Tangzi. Of course Tangs can teach, and he can also teach something different by changing the method. But the problem is that those are no longer things that ninja school students can learn, at least genin. According to the regulations of the ninja school, as a teacher, he is not allowed to openly teach non-stipulated content in class. So Tangs chose to turn a blind eye. A sleeping Hinata is better than a chirping Hinata who occasionally makes surprising remarks and makes the class taste bad. Without any hesitation, the beautiful teacher Michiko walked to Hinata Hikari's desk without hesitation. During this period, the kind-hearted Minato Namikaze also reminded Hinata Hikaru a few words in a low voice. "Hey, Hikari-san, the teacher found you sleeping." No response. "Hikari-san, school is over." Namikaze Minato scratched his brilliant golden hair and tried another method. Still no response. Finally, Namikaze Minato took a deep breath and used the ultimate attack, "Hikaru Hinata-san, dinner is ready." Still no reaction. Ah. Namikaze Minato nodded. It seems that Hinata Hikari-san slept very soundly. Namikaze Minato smiled, the corners of his mouth twitching, and a drop of sweat dripped down his forehead. Because at this time, teacher Michiko had already walked to Hinata Hikari's side. "Hikari-san, did you forget to bring your textbook?" "What's wrong? Answer quickly." Teacher Michiko's chest rose and fell a few times. "Hikari-kun, you don't want to listen to the teacher's lessons, do you? If the teacher's teachings are not good, the teacher will work hard to improve, but will you have this attitude?" Teacher Michiko bit her red lips tightly, as if she was about to cry. Unacceptable. In a fit of anger, teacher Michiko knocked on Hinata Hikaru's desk with the chalk in her hand. This time, Hinata woke up. It seemed that he finally heard someone talking to him, and the sleepy Hinata opened his somewhat dazed eyes. The dull white eyes looked like some kind of cute little animal. "Is dinner ready?" Perhaps it was Minato Namikaze's words that had a subconscious effect. Hinata wiped the corners of her mouth with her fingers, as if she was a little hungry. Her voice was very soft, as if she was talking to herself. However, in this quiet environment where everyone is waiting to watch the show, it really stands out. Suddenly, the originally quiet atmosphere in the classroom solidified. Puff. Teacher Michiko was almost mad to death. Although her temper is usually very gentle, at this time, she was choked by Hinata Hikaru's words and was speechless for a long time. Teacher Michiko was seen shaking all over, looking angry and sad, which immediately turned the students' shock into anger. Teacher Michiko is very beautiful. Therefore, her classes usually have the best atmosphere, and she is also very popular among students. This little psycho dares to tease Teacher Michiko. Asshole. Hikari Hinata, I want to challenge you. Angry and cold gazes seemed to turn into sharp ninja tools, piercing Hinata's body. Hinata couldn't help but touch his little face, feeling something was wrong. Is there air conditioning in the classroom? Then, Hinata Hikaru saw Teacher Michiko's pretty and angry face. What? It's not time to eat yet. Hinata scratched her head and planned to continue sleeping. Hikaru Hinata. However, at this moment, Teacher Michiko, who had a frosty look on her face, used her voice, which was 1 degree higher than usual, to completely awaken Hinata Hikari from her sweet dream. The teacher asked you, how was the ninja school founded? Hinata Guang scratched his little face. The second Hokage Senju Tobirama founded the ninja school more than 30 years ago, and the other 4 major countries followed suit. More than 10 years later, the third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen succeeded as the second principal of the ninja school. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 17. The ninja school was established probably when Sarutobi Hiruzen and others were young. At that time, Konoha had not been established for long. Ninja schools and various institutions appeared one after another, and all of these institutions were founded by the second-generation Hokage Senju Tobirama. What Hinata Hikaru said is a historical fact recorded in history, and it is also the version recorded in the cultural curriculum of the ninja school. What about the levels of ninja? Michiko asked again. That beautiful face was still covered with frost. Ninja school students, Genin, Chunin, Special Jounin, Jounin, Kage. Hinata Hikari answered quickly. It is said that there are stronger beings above the shadow level. But Hyuga Hikaru died in the catastrophe at that time, so he did not see a stronger existence. But her journey is one of stars and sea. Those who can gallop in this vast universe will naturally have people who are more powerful than the shadow level. When Hikaru Hinata mentioned shadow, everyone was fascinated. In a ninja village, there will only be a few masters who have reached the Kage level. There are more big ninja villages, less small ninja villages, or even none at all. It seems that you also know the rating of ninja, Hikari-san. If you sleep like this all day long, it is questionable whether you can become a genin, let alone a chuyunin. Teacher Michiko criticized harshly at first, but then gradually became more sincere. Almost every ninja teacher inherits the will of fire, and it is natural to care about the students, even if Hinata Hikaru of Class 2 is not a student in the class she personally leads. Gaga, let alone Chuyunin, with my leader's talent and speed of progress, I will become a Kage level sooner or later. Hinata Hikari said to Teacher Michiko seriously with a small face. Puff. The students around him almost spat out blood after hearing this. He looked at Hinata Hikaru one after another, as if he was looking at a mentally ill person. Although I had known that Hinata Hikari was extremely thick-skinned, I never expected that he would be so thick-skinned. Shameless, so shameless. As expected of the Hyuga clan's little psychopath, his brain is abnormal. Film return level. As we all know, the Hyuga clan does not have any Kage level experts. And Hinata Hikaru is a scumbag branch family member, let alone Kage level, even the edge of an elite jonin can't be touched. It's pretty much the consensus. Of course, this is just what the outside world thinks. According to Hinata Hikari's memory, there are at least 2 shadow-level masters in the Hinata clan. One is the head of the Hyuga clan, Hyuga Hitan. That is, the old father of Hinata Hisashi and Hinata Hisashi. One is the elder of the Hyuga clan, Hyuga Ryujin. That is, in the original work, the elder of the Hyuga clan who always advises Hinata, and whom Hinata and Hinata respect greatly. Although these 2 people are elite jounin, they have real cage-level strength. Whether it is due to the bonus of Byakugan and Soft Fist, or for other reasons, in short, these 2 are the most powerful ninjas among the Hyuga clan. In his previous life, Hikaru Hinata obtained the true inheritance of Hyuga Ryutetsu and mastered all the abilities of the Hyuga clan. Coupled with the self-created fluctuations in killing intent, it is almost a certainty that one day his strength will reach the shadow level. Hikaru Hinata, can we have a little face? I'm not as unreliable as you when it comes to bragging, right? You're still a movie star. For a time, the classroom was filled with all kinds of laughter and curses. Almost everyone was laughing at Hinata, saying she was daydreaming. Only Namikaze Minato, who was extremely handsome at a young age, looked at Hinata Hikaru with a gentle look on his face. Those sky-blue eyes were different from the sarcasm and ridicule of others, but full of belief. Teacher Michiko was once again trembling with anger at Hinata Hikari's words. A student who sleeps all day actually says that he can become a shadow-level powerhouse? Don't you care about that guy Dozawa? This is his student. The beautiful and lovely teacher Michiko glared at Hinata Hikaru. Since you said that you will become a shadow-level student sooner or later, let the teacher see where you can become a shadow-level person. The leader is working hard. Hinata shook her head. The reason for sleeping in class is because I, the leader, usually practice diligently. Because I was too tired, I had to come to school to catch up on my sleep. Hinata Hikari was telling the truth. Early every morning, she would get up and exercise. Because it's so hard, and because you're young and your body is still growing, it's normal to fall asleep easily. Hikaru Hinata. Michiko suddenly shouted loudly. 3 months ago, you were rejected in the ninja school admission test, but Hokage-sama happened to come to inquire about the admission results. At that time, you performed well in front of Hokage-sama. Defeated someone and displayed a special wave of killing intent. At this moment, Kinju Fengxiang's face turned red from holding back, because he was the one being tortured. Thus, all the teachers were deeply impressed by you. But after 3 months of not seeing each other, you actually started to fall asleep in class. Don't you know that even a genius will eventually return to mediocrity if he doesn't practice? There is an illusion called Shangzhonyang. Unfortunately, there is no such thing in this world, so Michiko can only explain it in a long series of words. Now, you lie again and make excuses for your laziness. Teacher Michiko scolded Hinata. It was also the first time that everyone saw Teacher Michiko so excited. In a few months, there will be a grade-level performance test, and those who fall behind will probably be asked to leave. Michiko's expression returned to calmness and she said something very scary. First-year students usually have a period of study. Those with poor grades, stubborn personalities, or those who are judged to have no ninja talents will be persuaded to quit. Because educational resources are limited, it is impossible to waste them on these people. According to Michiko's words, Hinata Hikaru may be persuaded to quit. After everyone heard this, they couldn't help but become worried. On the one hand, I worry about whether I will be dropped out of school. On the other hand, although Hinata Hikari is not mentally healthy, she undoubtedly brings a lot of joy to their campus life. If she were suddenly missing, would life at ninja school be a lot more lonely? Quack, are you taking the grade department test? Hinata Hikaru smiled, still in high spirits. A class usually has 30 people. A department usually has 90 people. This is a peacetime enrollment figure. But More than 20 years have passed since the end of the First Ninja War. The long-sighted Sandaime Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen and other Konoha senior officials sensed the instability after the long-term peace, which was the beginning of the Second Ninja War. Hinata Hikaru's enrollment this year is far higher than a few years ago. The number of students exceeded double digits and reached 3 digits. Even if you are not qualified, you will not be persuaded to quit, because war requires cannon fodder. Of course, Hinata Hikaru is not the kind of person to place his hopes on such things. Quack, this leader has decided. Hinata Hikaru chuckled. In the eyes of others, he was still so arrogant. When the time comes, this leader will win the first place in the class test. Asterisk. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 18. When the time comes, this leader will win the first place in the class test. After hearing these words, the seat behind him, Namikaze Minato, had a gentle curve at the corner of his mouth. As expected of Hinata Hikaru-san. Namikaze Minato is known as a genius boy. Of course, this genius title is only circulating within the top management of Konoha. The third Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen, and others all praised him highly. Jiraiya, who had discovered Namikaze Minato's talents early, had already accepted him as his disciple at this time. In this era when the Second Ninja War has not yet been launched, although Jiraiya has not yet won the title of Three Ninja in the future. But another title for the madman in the village has become famous far and wide. Namikaze Minato's talent was recognized by Jiraiya. However, who knew that Hikaru Hinata was the most powerful one? First place. Michiko did not laugh like the students, but sighed secretly. Although you are a member of the Hyuga clan and have the Byakugan, that is the limit of blood inheritance, it is probably difficult to win the first place based on physical skills alone. Michiko saw that Hyuga Hikaru's boasting was considered a goal of hard work, so she couldn't bear to hit her. But the branch of the Hyuga clan can only master the 8 diagrams of Row Fist. In Michiko's view, Hinata Hikaru's ability to understand the essence of Bagua and Two Palms at such a young age was already remarkable. Compared to Hinata Hikari from the separate family, Michiko is more optimistic about Hinata Xiao from the main family. Legend has it that Hinata Xiao's talent is a genius that the Hyuga clan has only seen in 100 years. Even the clan leader Hinata Raiten is full of praise for it. What's more, the students in the entire division are full of talents. Not to mention the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan, there are many outstanding students from the Sarutobi clan and the Inorikacho clan alone. The class Michiko is responsible for teaching is Class 1. The son of the third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was in her class. There are also the Inyazuka clan, the Senju clan, and the Uchiha. From Michiko's point of view, even if Hinata Hikaru wants to work hard, it's too late now. She couldn't help but think of the ninja school admission test 3 months ago. A group of ninja teachers accompanied the Sandaime Hokage to read the admission results. Hinata Hikaru easily defeated Senju Hasho at the school gate. That day, Michiko was also there. Facing a group of ninja teachers, and even the third-generation Hokage coming in person, there was no trace of fear on Hinata Hikari's cute little face, which was very different from the anxiety of other students. She is so proud and confident. It was that day that Lord Hokage personally admitted Hinata Hikaru. However, 3 months later, Michiko thought Hinata would study hard, but turned out to be lazy. Regardless, this is disappointing. This leader is not only good at physical arts. Hinata muttered. 3 body techniques don't need to be included in the calculation, Michiko emphasized, twitching the corner of her mouth. What this leader is talking about is not the 3 body technique. Hinata Hikari doesn't only know how to use soft fists, she just hasn't started practicing other techniques yet. But Michiko's eyes clearly expressed doubt. The Hyuga clan has always been famous for its physical skills, and I have never heard of anyone making any great achievements in ninjutsu. What if this leader can win first place? Hinata raised her head with complete confidence in her tone. If you can win first place, you can sleep whenever you want in class, Michiko snorted. Hinata scratched his head, but I, the leader, can sleep in class now. Michiko was speechless. Gaga, how about this? Hinata smiled strangely and looked at the class teacher from class 1 next door. If this leader can win the first place, you have to teach me the illusion you are good at. It is good. Michiko said fiercely. But then, her heart skipped a beat. How did this child know that she was good at illusions? Immediately, Michiko reacted. Could it be that Dozawa told Hinata Hikari? What does she mean by this little psycho? The students began to whisper among each other because of Hinata Hikari's words. In addition to teaching theoretical knowledge, the ninja school also teaches the three-body technique. The existence of illusion is like looking at flowers in the fog. 99% of students have never been exposed to illusion. Thinking that Hinata Hikaru actually had the opportunity to learn extraneous illusions, everyone suddenly felt unhappy. But then, they thought that Hinata Hikari was just talking big words. How could she win first place in the class test a few months later? After making the promise, Michiko asked again, what if you don't win first place? That leader will never sleep in class from now on. Hinata paused. And this leader will teach you the soft fist of the Hyuga clan. Puff. Michiko almost coughed. She wants a soft fist made of wool. The Hyuga clan's soft fist is based on the inside of the Byakugan. Without the blood limit of the Byakugan, it would be useless even if she learned the 64 Bagua palms. But this deal is fairly fair. Then let's wait until you get first place. Michiko said angrily. Afterwards, this beautiful teacher walked back to the podium and looked around at everyone with her beautiful eyes. There are still more than 2 months until the departmental examination. I hope everyone can study hard. Otherwise, if you are persuaded to quit, you will not only lose your face, but your family and friends will also lose face. In the classroom, the students all looked nervous, being coaxed and frightened by Michiko. Even the poor students were sitting upright, secretly saying that they must study hard and make progress every day. After one class, the bell rang and Michiko walked out of the classroom. Many students followed Michiko with their eyes, and finally, Michiko's back disappeared from the door. After that, a pair of unkind eyes looked at the Hyuga girl who was stretching. Hey! Hikaru Hinata. A cold, arrogant, and even nostril-filled voice came from the side. Hinata Hikaru turned around and saw a certain classmate. A girl from the Uchiha clan, Futaba Uchiha. 8-year-old Uchiha Futaba is the same age as Hinata Hikaru. With black eyes, delicate facial features, fair face, and iconic black hair, she is the goddess in the eyes of many field dogs. Although she is young, she cannot conceal the natural beauty of the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan is like this, it is very easy to produce handsome men and beautiful women. How could you talk to Michiko-sensei like that? Uchiha Futaba's tone suddenly became gentle and gentle. Hinata blinked, wondering if the sharp voice he heard just now was an illusion. Immediately, Hinata Hikaru chuckled, "Are you jealous of my leader?" The corners of Uchiha Futaba's mouth twitched fiercely. Where is this going? Asterisk. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 19. Don't worry, once you activate the Sharingan, you can also use Genjutsu. Hinata Hikari sighed, and said to Uchiha Futaba in a serious tone. These words immediately plunged the classroom into silence. What Hinata Hikari meant was that she would securely get first place in this junior division test, and thus get the illusion skills taught by Michiko. Uchiha Futaba was stunned and took a while to react. This little psycho is undoubtedly emphasizing that his grades are definitely not as good as hers. The dignified Uchiha clan is not as good as her, and a hot chick Hinata separates the family. Huh, that's absolutely impossible. I mean, your attitude towards Michiko-sensei is so rude. Uchiha Futaba frowned slightly, wondering what was going on in this little psycho's mind. Not to mention being first in the division, it is absolutely impossible to be first in the class. Eh? Really? But no matter who I treat, I will treat everyone equally. Hinata Hikari held her head high and her little face was filled with pride. Uchiha Futaba was stunned for a moment. Because it seems to be the case. No matter who he talks to, Hinata always looks nervous and has no second attitude. Humph. At this moment, a cold snort broke the silence. The students turned their heads one after another. Next to a seat, a student had a look of disdain. Inyazuka Bones, a child of the Inyazuka clan. Although he is currently 8 years old and does not have a ninja dog partner of his own, he already treats himself as the boss. The vertical pupils like wild beasts, the 2 streaks of paint on his face, and the small tiger teeth, all these clearly show his bloodline or ethnic group. Hikaru Hinata, you have no respect for your superiors, you just go your own way, and you sleep in class. Inyazuka Katsu crossed his arms over his chest and scolded Hinata Hikari one by one. He didn't look at Hinata Hikari at all when he spoke, but focused all his attention on Uchiha Futaba. It just proves the word dog. Some people like to belittle others, as if they can be superior. Especially when hitting snakes with a stick, you can perform well in front of the goddess. Do you still know how to write the word face? Gaga, don't you know? Hinata Hikari didn't get angry because of Inyazuka Katsu's ridicule. She had experienced too much and had already been able to remain calm. This rhetorical question immediately choked back all the sarcasm that Inyazuka Bones had expressed. Hinata Hikaru, who was holding her little hands behind her back, was very proud. She looked up at the ceiling and was not angry at all. And Inyazuka Bones felt as uncomfortable as if he had eaten a fly. Trying to ridicule others, only to be ridiculed in return. For the impulsive Inyazuka clan, this was intolerable, so he immediately mocked him again. First place in the class test. I think you are simply overthinking. Even in our class, your level is only in the middle of the pack. At least this leader is better than you. Hinata glanced at him faintly. This Inyazuka Katsu wanted to drag her into the water, and wanted her to say everyone is scum as soon as she opened her mouth, thus offending everyone. Hinata Hikaru is not stupid, how could she fall into such a simple language trap? Humph. That's not necessarily the case. Inyazuka Katsu's eyes flashed, naturally refusing to admit defeat. But what he didn't expect was that Hinata Hikaru could think so quickly and didn't say something like this leader is invincible, but everyone else is stupid. It seems that this little psycho is a bit smarter than he thought. It seems you want to prove it? The ninja moves his hands but does not speak. Inyazuka Katsu is eager to try, ready to beat Hinata Hikaru violently. Bullying of girls is very common in ninja schools. For example, Uzumaki Kushina was bullied in various ways, although in the end Kushina just beat away those bullies. By the way, the current Kushina has not come to Konoha Hidden Village. She will come as a transfer student in her second year. Hinata Hikari looked at the Inyazuka Bones, half smiling but not smiling. You are a scumbag and you are not worthy of my teaching's initiative. After finishing speaking, Hinata turned his head away, indicating that he didn't want to talk to him anymore. Haha, why don't you just pretend to be victorious? If you don't have the ability, don't pretend. Inyazuka Katsu said viciously. Because of his anger, the chakra in his body began to rise. Almost visible to the naked eye. This does not mean that Inyazuka Bones are powerful. When they were ninja students, most people had limited chakra control capabilities. The consequence of not being able to adjust the control at will was that chakra would overflow as their emotions fluctuated. So strong momentum. Is this the chakra of Inyazuka-san? All the students screamed in surprise. They discovered that the chakra intensity displayed by the Inyazuka bone was no less than that of Senju Hasho. That's great. You know, the Inyazuka clan is not a big clan. Although the number of people cannot be said to be small, their status in Konoha is not high. There is no way to compare with the Uchiha and Senju clans, and even compared with the Sarutobi clan, the Inner, Deer, and Butterfly clans, they are all inferior. However, it still has to be above the Hyuga clan. All this is because of the characteristics of the Inyazuka clan: ninja dog, sense of smell, and physical skills. The ninjas of the Inyazuka clan usually take over many search missions in Konoha because they are famous for their super tracking ability and sense of smell. The wild physical skills and ninja dog system are also unique. Compared to Liangxiu Qingfeng, the Hyuga clan, which has no position, is still slightly higher. Everyone couldn't help but start to re-examine the Inyazuka bones. Then, compare yourself to his chakra strength. Boom. Just as everyone was doing this, a dazzling light suddenly appeared on Hinata Hikaru. That's chakra? And it was special chakra, the existence of the wave of murderous intent, that illuminated Hinata's body, reflecting her like a god. Suddenly, the eyes of everyone in the classroom suddenly froze, and everyone's expressions were frozen on the spot. If Inyazuka Katsu's chakra is the firefly, then Hinata's chakra is the bright moon. Even without the Byakugan and Sharingan, and without excellent perception ability, just by naked eye observation and intuition, one can see that Hinata Hikaru's chakra intensity is far higher than that of Inyazuka bones. Just like Inyazuka Katsu's combat power is only 5, while Hinata Hikaru has dozens. That's such a big gap. The red light came and went as quickly as it came. In an instant, Hinata gathered his breath and changed back to his original state. But everyone's eyes still reflected the scene just now. Bibakana. Then, what is that? Generally speaking, the color of chakra for most people is blue. But there are a few people whose chakra is different from others. In the original work, Uchiha Shisui's chakra color is green. Although it is related to the changed physique after opening the Mangekyo Sharingan, there is no doubt that the chakra in this world is not uniform. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 20. The murderous intention wave shown by Hinata Hikari was only for a moment, but it made everyone feel the intensity that completely surpassed Inyazuka bone. They are both ninja school students, but ninja school students and ninja school students are different. Everyone looked at the scene blankly, with shock and doubt in their hearts. Because I have never heard of red chakra. Immediately, everyone thought of Hinata Hikari's special clone Crimson Clone. It seemed that it was not just a special clone. It is very likely that the change is caused by the special chakra of the sun. This special chakra is usually called the blood inheritance limit. In other words, Hinata Hikari has at least 2 blood inheritance limits. This conjecture caused an uproar in the classroom. This little psycho's chakra is actually different from ordinary people's. Humph. So what? Apart from Byakugan, the Hyuga clan has never heard of any other famous bloodstains. Someone once wanted to recreate the wood escape of Senju Hashirama, the first Hokage, and tried to combine water escape and earth escape together. However, after experiencing the failures of countless people, what the successful person fused was not wood escape, but mud escape, the full name of which is mud escape. You're right. She can at most create a blood successor like mud escape. Suddenly, some students immediately echoed, and the classroom was filled with a cheerful atmosphere. Only Namikaze Minato was thoughtful, and then showed a gentle smile. Does the sparrow know the ambition of the swan? From Hinata Hikaru's perspective, these classmates who laughed at her were just a bunch of frogs in a well. It is precisely because of this that I don't care about them. Futaba-san, we know you are kind at heart, but Hinata Hikari is not in a right mind, so you should talk to her less. Beside Uchiha Futaba, some girls persuaded him. In the circle of girls, compared to boys, money breaking is more serious. Hinata Hikari has never followed the crowd and remained independent, which has caused many girls to dislike Hinata Hikari. Now, seeing the opportunity to add insult to injury, he hurriedly belittled Hinata Hikaru, formed a clique, and isolated Hinata Hikari. Indeed, Uchiha Futaba pondered for a while and said calmly, "Great. From now on, everyone should draw a clear line between themselves and this little psychopath." All the girls shouted loudly. It was already dusk when school was over. The orange sunset filled the sky. Hinata Hikaru stood up and slowly left the ninja school. Inside the school, people are coming and going. Students go home in groups or in pairs. There is only sunlight, and there is only a solitary shadow. This was how she lived through 3 months of ninja school life. But soon, this situation changed. A figure suddenly quickened his pace and caught up with her. Hinata Hikaru blinked and looked at Hinata Xiao, who was level with him. "Your hair is so long. The corners of R.I. Xiao's mouth twitched. Unexpectedly, R.I. Xiangguang's first words were this. He took a deep breath and said proudly, "Hikari Hinata, let me ask you, when you faced Inyazuka Katsu's provocation in school today, why didn't you teach him a lesson?" R.I. Xiangxiao, a young man from the Zone family, has red lines on his forehead and is extremely talented. He was called by elder Hyaga Yoshitatsu as the greatest genius in the history of the Hyaga clan. Even more talented than Hinata Hisashi and Hinata Hisashi. His character is proud, but he is different from the Uchiha clan's nostrils turned upward. Whether facing R.I. Xiangguang or others, R.I. Xiangxiao always has such a proud face. That is innate pride, not superficial arrogance. After hearing R.I. Xiangxiao's accusation, R.I. Xiangguang stopped and looked up towards the end. At this time, the setting sun on the horizon was slowly sinking into the sky. "The sunset is so beautiful," Hinata murmured, her cute face stained with a layer of orange. "Even if you don't use soft fists, you can still beat Inyazuka Bones because you are a genius." R.I. Xiangxiao also stopped and looked at the girl in front of him. Hinata Hikaru said that he could win first place, but most people didn't believe it and thought it was funny. But R.I. Xiangxiao knew that this was not funny at all. Because Hinata, she does have this ability and possibility. Your Konoha whirlwind is in no way inferior to my Hyaga clan's soft fist technique Bagua 2 palms. R.I. Xiangxiao said calmly. The Hyaga clan's compound is just that big. If something happens, it will quickly spread throughout the compound. Of course, Hinata Xiao also knew about Hinata Hikari's training in the D-level Taijutsu Konoha whirlwind. It's just that he didn't sneer at Hinata Hikari like others, but watched silently for a few times and then left in the same silence. Oh! Hinata Hikaru turned her little head, blinked curiously, and looked at Hinata Xiao, who had her eyes closed tightly. This leader has always been curious. Won't you stumble when you walk with your eyes closed? Or do you turn on your Byakugan when you walk? Even your eyelids can't stop the Byakugan's vision. Hinata Xiao finally realized the problem of Hinata Hikaru not listening to others and talking to herself. He sighed and decided to answer Hinata's question first. There are many ways to use chakra. I use the perception mode. Well, this leader knows this. Hinata smiled. Namikaze Minato knows this trick and uses it very well. But it is said that the final one is thousands of hands long. It is said that Senju Tobirama can sense even the cells of the human body. Chakra perception mode, as the name suggests, uses chakra to perceive the outside world. Basically, all sentient ninjas know this move, and it is a universal move. But although it is a universal move, not everyone can learn it, and it requires a certain amount of talent. With this, it is equivalent to having a built-in human body radar scan. But don't you have a white eye? Why do you still do it? Because I want to prove it. Ri Xiangxiao replied first. I want to prove that even if I don't use the Byakugan, I'm still stronger than them. They naturally refers to the members of the Hyuga clan. Ri Xiangxiao is a weird guy. According to Hinata Hikaru's superficial understanding, Hinata Xiao is a proud person, but because of her extraordinary talent, she is envied and jealous by many people. From this, a rumor emerged. That is, Ryu Xiangxiao is able to achieve what he is today because he has the blood of the Hyuga clan. If Rick Xiangxiao is not a Hyuga person, then he is nothing. This sentence stimulated Ri Xiangxiao. From then on, Ri Xiangxiao began to practice the perception mode. The prevalence of rumors also made him hate the theory of blood. This creates a rebellious mentality. That's why he, a member of the Zone family, would talk to the lowly branch family member, Hinata Hikari, without any taboos. Yeah, I understand this. Hinata nodded her little head to show that she understood. Asterisk. P.S. Thanks to book friends, the fire will go out 10,000 reward. Thanks to book friend Kanglin Echo 2000 for the reward. Thanks to the book friend Taro Pudding for knocking many times 1000 reward. Thanks to book friends Long Live My King 500 reward. Thanks to book friend Haytake 588 Kai for the reward. Thanks to book friend Sons Hai Hao for the 100 reward.